do you have any teddy bears?
Que si tengo teddy bears.
Si tienes ositos de peluche.
No, tuve. Cuando era pequeño, tenía un oso, un osito, de nombre Dormilón, Sleepy, ¿no?
Yeah.
Dormilón, con el que dormía yo de pequeño y tal. Y a lo mejor de ahí me ha venido la idea, no sé.
Hey everyone, this is David Stark from Watch Your Pass. Today I'm talking to Alberto Vázquez, the writer, director, and art director of Unicorn Wars, which is coming to theaters on March 10th, 2023. We're going to talk to him right now, and while you're watching, if you can like and subscribe to this channel, that would be fantastic. That was meant a lot. Thank you. Awesome. Well, hola, encantado de conocerlo, and that is the extent of my Spanish.
Thank you so much. Don't worry, my English is not so good, and I have a translator here.
Perfect. Well,
nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too. Your English is better than my Spanish ever will.
No.
So thanks so much for joining me. This is Alberto Vázquez, the writer, director, and art director of Unicorn Wars, which comes to theaters on March 10th, 2023. It is a beautiful, wonderful, horrible animated film. It is so unique. You will not see anything else like this, and I am very excited to talk to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. A pleasure.
So I guess the first question is, like, where did this come from? Like, where did this story come from?
Ok. Bueno, esta historia viene de un cómic un cómic corto que yo dibujé en el año 2008-2009 y después lo hice en cortometraje. Un cortometraje que se llama Sangre de unicornio, en el que dos ositos iban a cazar unicornios. Y era una excusa para hablar del bullying de uno al otro, ¿no? Y luego me pareció una idea muy interesante y decidí expandirla. Y para ello mezclé un poco mi universo como autor con el género bélico, que era algo que yo siempre he querido hacer, y con una historia mitológica y religiosa, y con la animación clásica. Y es por eso que siempre defino esto como una mezcla entre Apocalypse Now, Bambi y la Biblia.
Hi, David. Everything comes from a short comic book back in 2008. That then it became a short film, animated short film called Blood Unicorn, where two teddy bears siblings, they were hunting unicorns in the forest, and that was a story that allowed Alberto to tell a story about bullying. He always wanted to tell to do a war movie, so this was the perfect excuse. So he used that so you can see how very good war movies themes are mixed in the animated world, but also at the same time you can see how religious movies, war movies, classic animation movies are also in the mix for this film.
For sure.
Yes.
So, go ahead.
Yeah, well, that's why I always said that this film is a mix between Apocalypse Now, Bambi, and the Holy Bible.
Yeah.
You know,
which you definitely get all of those influences in this film, which I loved. It was just such a unique combination. Now, so you did the animated short about the two brothers, right? And was that just something you did for fun, or did you think that this could then lead off into this like greater, longer story? You just did the animated film just for like a concept.
Que si cuando hiciste el corto de Sangre de Unicornio, ¿lo hiciste para divertirte, o que si lo empezaste a hacer para desarrollar este concepto que luego se convertiría en algo como esta película?
No, cuando hice este cortometraje lo hice porque quería hacer un cortometraje. Nunca pensé en que iba a ser un largometraje. Cosa que en el anterior largometraje que dirigí, Birdboy, The Forgotten Children, había hecho un corto antes que se llamaba Birdboy, y la idea era intentar hacer un largometraje. Pero esto no. Yo creo que los cortometrajes tienen sentidos en sí mismos, son historias, son películas cortas, Y lo que pasa es que, bueno, como a nosotros nos lleva mucho tiempo hacer un cortometraje, los que nos dedicamos a la animación, pues entre casi 2 años, me pareció muy interesante aprovechar esta idea. Y ya que es un mundo tan fantástico, poder expandirlo y ampliar tramas y personajes.
Blood Unicorn, the short film you were talking about, David, it never for him he never thought it would be it would become a feature film. He just developed that film because he had the need to just do an animated short film and tell that story, but he never thought it was going to be something bigger than that. But for example, with Birdboy, his previous work, he always thought about that. It was a short film and then it became a feature film. For Alberto, every film has a life of its own, right? It starts and ends in that particular media and moment. And since it normally takes around 2 years to develop an animated piece of work, he really considered interesting to go back to Blood Unicorn and mix it with all the things that always inspire, and he always was interested, like the war genre, the religious themes, and all these things.
Definitely. And I think I love like just the contrast, which I think is what you were going for, that you have in this film, where you have these cute characters, and even the training camp has, you know, cute iconography doing these horrible things, and it's just such an interesting juxtaposition or contrast that you have with these various themes that are mixed in this film. So I think it's a great idea to kind of use the teddy bears hunting unicorns as the jumping off point for the rest of this movie.
Y dice que le gusta mucho el contraste que tú muestras, que es muy claro, entre estos personajes adorables haciendo cosas terribles, ¿no? Y que luego eso como te permite contar temas tan adultos.
Sí, es una manera también de saltarte la posible censura, de poder utilizar pues una violencia muy explícita y que como son animales, animalitos, pues bueno, no parece que a todo el mundo le dan igual, ¿no? Pero cuando te sientas a verlo, pues realmente es como muy provocador, ¿no? Es una película que mezcla muchos tonos. La película es una comedia, pero también es un drama y también es una película de terror, ¿no? Y estos animales antropomorfos, pues son universales, se entienden en todos los países del mundo, ¿no? Todo el mundo sabe quiénes son los osos y quiénes son los unicornios, ¿no? Pero le doy un poco la vuelta a toda esta iconografía para romperla y para hacer sufrir al espectador también, ¿no? El espectador tiene una relación empática con estas iconografías de la infancia. Y me parece muy interesante poder provocar, ¿no?, estos sentimientos.
For Alberto, this media allows him to skip censorship. He can show graphic violence, for example, in the movie. And you have these cute teddy bears. The use of the cute teddy bears allow him to provoke a strong reaction in the audience, right? You can also in the movie, you can have so many different genres in one movie. Like the movie is a comedy, but suddenly you are in a horror movie, in a drama, war movie, and gory, and you can see how these universal characters, based on anthropomorphic figures as well, they relate to the audience because people relate to them because since we were children, we were relating to them. So that at the same time creates a strong reaction in the audience, which is something that Alberto was strongly aware of and he was aiming for. So this empathic relationship to these cute characters allow him to go for even a stronger reaction in its audience.
Definitely. And I'm just curious, so when you were trying to get this film made from like your concept, what was the reaction to the overall story? Were Were people excited? Were they kind of nervous about it? I mean, the finished product is beautiful, but I can imagine trying to get this film made might have been difficult, although I don't know, I mean, you have a great resume, so maybe it was easy for you.
Que en el proceso de desarrollar esta película, ¿cómo fue cuando contabas este concepto a tus amigos, bueno, a tu equipo, ¿no? Que cuál era la reacción en general y que si te fue muy difícil salirte con la tuya, ¿no? Por decirlo así.
Pues no, pues todo el mundo estaba muy entusiasmado porque les parecía una idea muy original y sobre todo los productores apostaron por esta película desde el primer momento. Además, tenemos la suerte de tener muchas televisiones implicadas en este proyecto, o sea, televisiones españolas que han puesto dinero para esta película. Y fue una película que, bueno, costó un poco al principio financiarla, pero se ha hecho porque se ha entendido que esta película es una película artística. Es decir, que es una película de autor, es una película de fantasía, es una película de terror también y tiene su público. Son públicos minoritarios, pero muchas minorías hacen una gran mayoría.
Not really. People that surrounded him always were excited about it. His team was excited. His producers couldn't wait to start working on it, and they got the support of several TV channels who gave them money in order to make this movie possible, and they were happy with the idea. For everyone, it was always clear that this was an author movie. Telling us a fantastic story, right? In this fantastic universe. And, ¿cómo has dicho? ¿Que de las mayorías se crea una mayoría? ¿Cómo?
No, quiero decir que es una película que coge el público que le gusta el cine de fantástico, el cine de terror, el cine de animación y el cine de autor. Y entonces, que muchas minorías, ¿no? Está el público de aquí, muchas minorías al final las juntas y hacen una mayoría. Y a mucha gente le gusta, hay otra gente que no, pero tiene su público esta película.
Yeah, sí. He says that a lot of the minorities, because you have the people who like fantastic movies, the people who like horror movies, the people who like animated movies, people who enjoy author movies. If you bring them together, they are minorities, right? But if you bring them together, they are a majority. So you're gonna have a big support for your film.
Definitely. I think this is going to have a very strong, in America, it's called like a cult following, but just a very strong following of people who are interested in this film.
Dice dice que sí, que por ejemplo aquí en América esto se consideraría una película de culto. Tiene todo la pinta de que se podría convertir en una película de culto.
En Europa también es una película de culto.
Yeah, and in Europe as well. Like it could become a cult movie, for sure.
And I love how different it feels like it is to make movies in Spain versus it is in America, because I imagine this would be a very tough film to be made in America, but I'm glad that you had like the support and excitement of those around you when you were making this.
Dice que le produce alegría ver cómo tu equipo te ha apoyado tanto, porque él cree que en América, por ejemplo, una película así no se podría llevar a cabo con todo, con los sin límites, ¿no? Como es la película que tú propones, y que dice que en Europa que le alegra que tengas ese equipo y que puedas haberla llevado a cabo. Que hay tal diferencia pues
hay que explicar que en España, por ejemplo, tenemos ayudas del Estado para el cine, ¿no? Y las televisiones también nos apoyan. Entonces, tenemos poco dinero, pero mucha creatividad, ¿sabes? Y eso es muy interesante, ¿no? Nuestras películas, pues esta es una película que no llega a los 3 millones de dólares, pero bueno, la hemos hecho y también hay que poner eso en valor, ¿no? Que nuestro Estado apoya la cultura y apoya nuestra filmografía, porque el cine es una manera de nosotros exportar nuestra cultura, ¿no? La cultura española o la cultura francesa, y es importante.
In Spain, we have the particularity that we can count on public funding for cultural projects like Alberto's film, right? And they also counted on a lot of TV channels giving them money in order to develop the project. And they had few money, but they had tons of creativity. This is the bigger budget they had so far. It was a $3 million movie, and so that allowed them to do a lot of things. And also it's good to have all the, like the state, our country, they and the TV channels, they understand this is a good way. If they support movies and films and projects like this, they understand it's a good way to export culture as well. So that's something very important we have in there.
Definitely very different from how films are made here. How long did this film take to make? Like, how long were you working on this from like the start to final release?
Yo creo que todo el proceso han sido 5 años. Pero bueno, lo que es si juntas la preproducción, producción y postproducción, fueron 2 y medio, 3 años.
The whole process, it took them around 5 years. It was 5 years long. But if you just take technically pre-production, production, post-production, it was, did you say 2 años y medio, 3?
Sí, 2 años y
Yeah,
medio.
it was 2.5, maybe 3 years.
Oh wow, that seems pretty fast for an animated film, but that's a labor of love.
Sí. Dice que suena algo muy rápido para un trabajo de animación, pero que suena que como un trabajo al que se le ha dedicado mucho amor, ¿no?
Sí, sí, sin duda.
Yeah, without any doubt, yeah.
Did the final, like the way the film ends up looking, was that how you were envisioning it when you were writing it in your head, or were there changes that were made as you were creating the film for, you know, artistic reasons or story reasons, things like that? Like, was it this vibrant when you were thinking about it?
El aspecto final de la película obedece a lo que tú perseguías desde el primer momento, o durante el proceso artístico fue cambiando y lo fuiste adaptando.
Yo creo que el resultado de la película mejora cualquier expectativa que yo tenía al principio. O sea, técnicamente. Yo tenía pensado algo más pequeño, algo con una peor animación y o sea, algo más punk, más punky, ¿no? Más underground. Pero al final lo hemos cuidado tanto, lo hemos cuidado todo hasta el extremo, y el resultado técnico es un buen resultado. Yo creo que no tiene que envidiar a ninguna producción internacional. O sea que hemos mejorado las expectativas, yo creo.
Alberto considers that the result that they got improved any initial expectations they ever had. Because initially he was aiming for something like an underground punk even, but because the incredible result they got, it overcame like any initial expectations, and they are really proud of the what they've done, because it's a great look on it looks like an international production. It has a very good look.
Definitely. And the last question is, do you have any teddy bears?
Que si tengo teddy bears.
Si tienes ositos de peluche.
No, tuve. Cuando era pequeño, tenía un osito, de nombre Dormilón, Sleepy, ¿no? Dormilón, con el que dormía yo de pequeño y tal. Y a lo mejor de ahí me ha venido la idea, no sé.
When Alberto was a kid, he used to have this teddy bear named Sleepy, and he used to sleep with that teddy bear as well. So maybe that was the original idea for the thing.
And those teddy bears never killed anything, right?
Y nunca mataron a nada, ¿no?
No.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time. This is Alberto Vazquez, the writer, director, and art director of Unicorn Wars, which comes to theaters on March 10th, 2023. It is so unique. You will not see anything else like this, and you should definitely check it out. So thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, my friend, and thank you for this interview. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. That was Alberto Vazquez, the writer, director, and art director of Unicorn Wars, which is coming to theaters on March 10th, 2023. It is such a unique film. It is beautiful and horrible and gory and so interesting. I definitely think you should check it out. It is definitely something that you will not see anywhere else. If you like this interview, please like and subscribe to this channel. It helps me out a lot. Make sure all my new content goes straight to you. Thank you.